Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the shock, and this is where I find out that I've just crawled out from under a rock, because what you see in front of you is my first true Kershaw knife, and I was going to say ashamed, but I'm not, because I didn't grow up with Kershaw knives over here, so they're not something that I would have known a lot about or expected to know. This, I think, is an extremely high standard of a very reasonably priced knife for what it is. If all Kershaws are like this, and I don't know because this is the first one, I'm in for a treat because I'm going to have to get some more. I don't think I'm a speed safe sort of a person, but I think after seeing this knife, I might even give that a go. I don't know, but we'll see. This is marvellous, so that the review is going to be good, let me tell you. And I know there's lots of reviews out here, but this is my first review of this. This is my first review of a Kershaw. And what a huge American brand name Kershaw is. We don't have anything like it over here. So the excitement that I know that there's so many more knives now that are in my price range that I can get and try is just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It just opens up this, it's like a game changer. Every week I find something new about knives, because over here there isn't collectors as nowhere near the amount that you would have per capita over in America, but there's just not many collectors at all, not many even users. So I'm in this bubble, and it just keeps getting burst every other week, and the excitement of knowing here's another branch of this hobby that you can go into, it just excites me every week. Right, enough of that, or this will go on forever as normal. This is the Kershaw induction with the G&G Hawk lock, and I think you all know who G&G Hawk are, father and son, who invent the most wonderful and outlandish lock systems for knives. They have a fantastic story. If you don't know it, go on and look up their story. I watched a brilliant story about their work, how they think things through. Amazing. It was on YouTube, so just type it in, G&G Hawk. Brilliant. So I'll do the specs and get it out of the way, and then we'll go through the Hawk lock and what I think of the knife. So I'm not going to give too much away with the Hawk lock. I'll do this way, and I'm going to have it face me because I've done it the last time and I couldn't see a blooming thing. Now, let me see, it is 114 grams, and that is 4 ounces exactly, which is a great EDC, and for the size of the knife and the Hawk lock in it, it is wonderful. It's aluminium handle on it. It's the 8CR13, is it 8CR13? Yes, 8CR13, made in China, as I said, but made extremely well. All the tolerances seem to be perfect on this, whether, again, this is just, I got a perfect one from Tony, I don't know, but it's lovely. I'll tell you something, because I'd never had a Hawk lock, when this came to me, it was a little bit dry, so every time I went to use the Hawk lock, it just didn't close. I couldn't get it to close on its own swing. And I thought, well, this is blooming rubbish. And then I started fiddling with it, and I thought, oh, this is quite exciting. I'll show you all that in a minute. But then I put a wee drop of oil on it, and it changed the knife completely. But I'm still at that stage where I do stupid things, and I catch myself on, and I think, thank God they're not watching me, because if they seen me, they wouldn't let me have a channel. So, but there we go. Right. Size, what size is it? Let's go here in these millimetre-y things. It is 19 centimetres long with a blade length of about 8.5, just over 8 centimetres cutting length. And that in real money is, it's about 7.5 inches long, and it has a cutting edge of about 3.25. So, she's not a huge knife, but she's a brilliant EDC knife. And I'll take you up now and we'll have a wee walk around the knife. I say it's an aluminium background, but this is like a grivery insert here that's grippy. It's got a texture on it. Trying to get, it's a real good texture. Where is that light gone? I don't know where it's gone. There we are. Yes, can you see the texture on that? The texture is really good. This is the Hawk lock, which is very much like the Axis lock or the Benchmade ball lock, is what they call it. I'm not sure what they call it. But it's a lovely looking shape. It's another one of those knife shapes that just flows, doesn't it? It's got a high swedge up here, a hollow grind with about a 3/4 inch raise up the knife, and it comes down to the finest of points. It sharpens within seconds. Now, I'm saying that all I done when I got it was I give it a strop, and then I've been using it off and on for the last couple of weeks, and to be honest with you, I haven't sharpened it, but I'm gonna show you before I go just what the sharpness is like. And I've got a bit of cardboard rather than paper. This paper nonsense does my head in. I've got a bit of cardboard just to show you how easily this cuts through cardboard, which is what it's going to do most of. I very rarely sit and slice paper, so I'm going to start doing that with the stuff that I use. The medium that you're going to use the knife for seems to me a better way to do it. But absolutely, it's flow through construction. There's no milling out. They could have got it under the 3 or under the 4 ounces if they wanted to put it in, but that's good sturdy hands. There's no metal liners in the inside. The Hawk lock doesn't require that, so it seems. Again, I'm not a huge technical buff. There's 2 standoffs at the back here, and you have your front one. Now this little section, I don't know whether you can get different colours or not, but the screws all the way around it. I haven't taken it apart yet. I will do eventually, but I haven't yet. I'll watch a couple of videos of the Hawk lock being taken apart first. I don't know how complicated or how straightforward it is. And the other side of this is very plain. It's just aluminium. You've got it's not a deep pocket. You still have about 3/4 of an inch sticking out of your pocket. And the blade comes down, the drop point blade comes down to a really good fine point, as you can see there. But it's like the Benchmade 940, you know, it comes down and then it widens out just here, like the 940, it widens out and thickens it up to give it that wee bit of torsion so you can give it a bit of torque. So I'm going to pull you out now a little bit. Oh, the other way, Stephen, you fool. There we go. Now, isn't that a lovely looking blade? Now, the grip on this is just amazing. You have like a forward choil here and 3 fingers just slip in there. It is, I can genuinely say, this is one of the most comfortable knives I have ever held. Now, the only thing in this forward choil, there's not a big lot that stops you from going on the blade, except for the ergonomics are so good that this backhand here would stop you going forward, never mind what you've got there. It is just such a solid grip in the hand. Now the Hawk lock, this is where this knife comes into. It's a real play thing, it really is. Now, that's your Hawk lock there. Now, to release your Hawk lock, you just pull it back like any Axis lock, you just pull it back and it'll drop free. And it won't go all the way in. But if you leave go, you can see now what goes down here for your front choil. You can just push that and you don't have to bring your hands or fingers anywhere near the blade. So I'll do that again. So there it's out. It comes out with such authority. That's all hidden in the inside as part of the front choil. And then Hawk lock, you just let her go. And then if you can see now, this is out the top and you just slide that and then it goes. And it takes no effort whatsoever. Really, really good. The other way to do it is you flick it out and just flick it back in again like a normal Axis lock. But I actually like doing that and then that. I can sit and do that all day long and just let it go and then just do it with my finger. So you got so many ways of closing this up. They all work. It doesn't matter what way you do it. Very, very free, especially if you oil it. Now I'm going to say that again. This is for the Irish amongst us. If you oil it, it makes it work well. I've lost a plot somewhere. But an absolute treat to play with. It really is a treat to play with. I'm not even sure what price they're running at now, because this isn't a new knife, and as you all know, that's been out there, and that's why I don't want to drag this on, because you've all seen the induction. I just want people like me who have never had one. I want you to just bloom and go and get one. They are just amazing, and I'm really looking forward to my next Kershaw already. So that tells you an awful lot about a knife when you're looking forward to the next one and you've only just got this one, do you know what I mean? So there we go. Right, what's the size comparison? Here we go, there's a Y-Start. The Gin 2, the Y-Start. Again, one of my favourite working knives. It's D2 steel. Well, it says it's D2 steel. It's a good cutting steel, whatever it is. I've had no problems with rust whatsoever, which makes me worry because I've never put anything on it to protect it. Because I've sort of waited to see if there is a bit of rust. I'll sort of know for definite that it's D2, but I haven't had any whatsoever. And sometimes I don't dry it properly just to see if there's going to be a bit. Now we'll take that away, and that's near enough exactly the same size. And then this is another comparison. This is the Ganzo 729. The handle length is nearly exactly the same handle length, and it's got a forward choil. But the blade's a little bit bigger, although the cutting edge, if I bring the cutting edges back, the cutting edges are exactly the same. So it's another nice knife to compare it with. So, conclusions. There was a quick. Conclusions are, this knife is an amazing cutter. It's an amazing, for everyday use, I would say it's absolutely perfect. The blade is so thin, I wouldn't want to be putting it through heavy use. The hollow grind, I should say. It's not for heavy use, it's for everyday use. And for everyday use and for everyday pleasure, because it's just, that hawk lock is amazing. Again, there's something else I would love to get more of. So I'm going to pull you out of it now. Oh, the other way. I'll pull you out of it now. And I've kept my cornflakes box, or crunchy nut cornflakes box. And I just want you to see how well this cuts. It just goes through anything. It just slices through. If you push on it, it goes through. Am I getting that in camera? I don't even know where I am or not. There we go.